out of bed and do a live feed and have a chat with you guys. Of course, I am using StreamYard. If you would like to join the chat, I will copy and paste a link to it in the chat, and you can join that. You click on add your camera button and away you go. So live feed, no particular reason, just something to do. Had to get out of bed. I got no more shucking to do, and I'm fairly sure that this is not going to work. No, dinner time again. I am so sorry, Keith. Well, at least it's bloody working this time. I tried 5 minutes ago with OBS and it just didn't work. Dan, welcome, buddy. How are you, mate? And before I get too far into this live feed, if you look in the comment description thing below, I think I put it there. I've got a bunch of new t-shirts and stuff. I'm just shilling some product, I guess you'd say, get some more merch onto people's backs. My little story thing, I don't even know what you call it, Teespring store. I got a few t-shirts there. You can click on any one of them and buy them if you want to buy them. That is my new favorite t-shirt. I've ordered a few for myself, but they haven't arrived yet. That is definitely a problem with Teespring. But if you use 18650 as a codey thing, a discount code, you'll get something off. I think it's like 10%, which makes it about $2 or $3 I earn per t-shirt sold. So I'm happy with that. If you're happy with that, get it on your back. What do we got? Hey man, Mike, actually really fast response time between the message and viewing. Excellent. Hello from Satcher Watch Camp. I have no idea what that is, but welcome, Dylan. Hey Pete, Steve, welcome, sir. Casper, Chris, Jeff, welcome, buddy. Welcome back to Smooth Goat. I miss your chats because I'm always at work when you do live feeds. I usually do live feeds this early in the morning because it's before I do work, I guess you'd say. So I come out here and I usually fuffle around and I get bored. I think, shit, I don't feel like working. I'll do some work. I'll do some live feeds, sorry. You're not still in bed. No, I actually got up. It was, yeah. I started talking. I'm sure I talked myself into it. What's up from Los Angeles, mate? Welcome, sir. The audio sounds tender. Whatever you did differently. I did absolutely nothing differently. Pete usually doesn't put any effort into live feeds whatsoever. It always stumps you. Canada, bro. Canada. What we got looked for the future of the streams, any sneak peeks? No, there's not too many sneak peeks. I mean, I'm fairly open and honest about whatever I do. I've got a metric shit ton of cells tested. As you know, I went through a mad time of testing cells. I'll see if I can give you something. I'm probably going to have to show my belly button, and you know, this is what you get off camera. All my computers pulled apart, or customers' computers pulled apart. So here's an idea of how many cells that I processed. All these containers, I don't actually have a clue, but they're all NCR 18650s, and they're all stuck. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all the same cells. I'm probably going to break my bench, and they're all packed up, all nice and neat and tidy, all as safe as I can do it. Jeez. Okay, I'm going to do one at a time. There's another one. So these are all the ones. You know how I've been doing the live feeds and chucking cells in the live feeds? That is what I've been doing. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of cells. And then there's this one, which is a problem because it's really heavy. and that. So I got through all those cells. I think there's somewhere around 2,000 cells, 2,500, something like that. And of course, it's buried down there. Oh, Jesus. This does really point out how unfit I am, because that actually exhausts me. Oh. And I put no thought into actually having to put all this back. Shouldn't take too long. I packed them all up nice and neat and tidy because today these go to a storage room for a few weeks and they're not going to be here anymore. I'm packing up lots and lots of stuff today to move it all out of my workshop so I can potentially do something else. Well, you know, get other stuff done. I don't want this here anymore. Rightio. So while I regain my composure, go buy a t-shirt over there, 18650. No, link in the description below. We've done enough shilling, so that is what I'm up to. I really don't have anything else. I'm still waiting on Tom. I'm going to get his new nickel strip. Sorry, I'm actually puffed. I'm really unfit. I should do something about that. So waiting for Tom to get some nickel strip and quotes and stuff like that. I think I need something around 150 foot of his new nickel strip for both myself and a friend. And I plan on doing a bulk group buy or something for Australia, except I don't post, so you're going to have to pick it up from here. So hopefully Tom can sell a whole heap to the community in Brisbane's or surrounding area. You can come here, grab a selfie, pick it up, and get the hell out of here again, I guess. Sneak peek. So, Dan, I hope that answers your question. Did AU give you a special discount for the speed? No, I have got no special live internet speed. I'm spot welding another pack now. Well, you can join the feed. If you have a look at the first comment in the chat, if anybody wants to join this chat, you can join it. Copy. I could probably put that there again, or I could do a banner, create a new banner, and I could do that. So that's the address if you want to join this chat. I'm still trying to learn the StreamYard thing and how to do it better. I wonder if I do that. No, that does that. That does that. No, that's all right. What else have we got? I just got my DIY BMS up and running for first. Awesome. BMS of any make, model, brand, or size is better than none. So congratulations, Steve. Let us know how it goes. Wayne Bennett, hello. How's the weather? The weather is fantastic. Thank you, Wayne. It is a balmy, I have no idea, degrees and sunny. Device is not real shadow. You have no devices connected, brother. What else we got? Hi, friend. How the Tesla packs? The Tesla packs have a little bit of a problem, and I'm absolutely, completely embarrassed. I wanted to get them back about 2 weeks ago, and I have misplaced the original Tesla BMS boards, and I've pulled this shed apart, and I can't find them. I had them both here the other day. About 10 days ago. I was going to do another video. I cleaned up and I cannot find them. So I've just messaged about half an hour ago, something. I've messaged the person that I got them off and find out what I have to do. I'll probably have to buy some new ones. I'm a little bit embarrassed about that because I am appreciative of having them. But anyway, moving on. Tesla packs. I still haven't cycled them because, they're not mine. So. Well, I just caught this one, hauling from Ontario to California. Welcome to Mr. Samurai. Wonderful to talk to you about batteries. Welcome, Jordan. How many? There we go. The smooth goat. Who the hell hit the thumbs down button already? The thumbs down button doesn't worry me. There's some people that don't like me. There's some people that don't like what I do. So you get dislikes. They don't matter anything. They're about as important as subscribers. 50,000 subscribers, and you only get 4% of your subscribers watch your videos. It means shit. YouTube hasn't got creators' backs. It's just a number to make yourself feel better. Always gets me when people. What we've got on TerraCA always gets me when people from their order from the eBay store. What have we got? Is your personal bank as big as you aim to make it? Dan, I guess it is. I'll probably go bigger, I guess, at one stage, but to be honest, there is no need for it. It works. I want to pull it all out. If anybody saw my last video, I actually want to pull my entire Powerwall out and test it all again from scratch. I'm currently making sure that you can see the lights on the Watchmon 5 back there, all balancing away. I'm making sure the batteries are absolutely perfectly balanced just while I'm not doing anything with them. And then I'm going to go to 24 volt on this battery. And then that way I can run my iCharger X, is it iCharger? Yeah, iCharger X6 directly off that battery and do regen. And I've got a solar charge controller up there and everything. And I'm going to, after seeing those heater cells, I'm going to pull my entire battery out and then test every cell. So I'm going to do heat, like individual heater cells. So they rarely get above 4.15 volts. So I'm going to take them all to 4.2 volts, test them for heat, test them, and then just let them rest, self-discharge, and all that sort of thing, and try and then also do capacity test on each one. And I might jiggle things around a little bit to try and bring, if there's any really low packs, I'll probably swap them out with ones up here or something, and try and balance my pack a little bit better, because I didn't do that in the beginning. There's also the possibility that this battery that I'm building will go into full-time service somewhere here, because that plan keeps evolving, because I don't really know what I'm going to do with it yet. But it's possible that I'll replace out a 10 kilowatt hour pack with this one, which will be about 25 kilowatt hours, which should bring me to 50-ish kilowatt hours usable, which, to be fair, that'd be friggin' awesome. So, Colin, welcome, sir. Welcome for joining us again. StreamYard, that is the address, and that is me. What we got? Kuna from Canada. What is the minimum capacity you advise to go on a pack? Well, that depends on how many cells you can get. It is all to do with stopping this stuff going from landfill, what your load, and all that sort of stuff is. So there's lots of questions that you haven't asked, and there's lots of details that I don't know. It's based on what you need or want. I mean, I wouldn't, capacity-wise, 150 milliamp hours, 150 amp hours is about the average for all of my packs. I think I've got some around 140. I've also got some around 180. But that's too far of a spread, and that's something that I would like to address. Dylan, what is happening? Wait a minute, we've got Dylan calling in from somewhere. There we go. How do we go?
Hey.
Welcome, Dylan. What are you up to, mate?
Oh, just watching your live stream.
Now you're in it, dude. How do you feel?
Oh, pretty good. Lots of snow here.
So what are you working on?
Not much today.
Any projects you can share?
Yeah, I can go in the garage and show you my power wall.
Definitely. Wait a minute. If anybody else, while he's walking, if anybody else wants to join the live feed, and I've got a prickle on my foot, you can use that link to log in. And we've got, if I screw this up, I'm in so much trouble. We got Donkey Honky. Was that pronounced right?
Donkahati.
Oh, there we go. Sorry. Welcome. Oh, look at that. We got some cells. What's happening there, Dylan? Walk us through it.
Yeah, I don't know. I built a 6S for some reason, but it's done me pretty good. I got about 22 kilowatt hours.
Nice.
Yeah.
So 6S, so you're 24 volt.
Yeah.
So what sort of inverter are you running? Because is that out of the inverter's range or not ideal, or?
No, because that inverter there is built for the 6S Tesla packs.
Oh, okay.
So it's got the number 9 charging port there is for 6S. So it charges it to 25.2 volts.
Oh, nice. Okay. I never knew that even existed.
Yeah. Well, it works pretty good.
Yeah. How long have you had it running for?
It's been up for, I don't know, maybe about a year now.
Oh, that's all good. Any BMS, any protection? Is it outside? If you give us some details.
It's in my garage.
Yeah.
But I have a BMS. I just ended up sending away now, but it's the electric Dacus.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Hey, how's it going, everyone?
Hey, are you driving?
Yeah, no, I'm not. My wife is. Yes, my name is Ivan. I'm in the United States, currently in the state of Pennsylvania. Pretty much me and my wife are truck drivers. As you can see behind me, Cascadia. So, pretty much, I just want to join you guys because you guys are doing something awesome here that not a lot of people actually understand. When I try to talk to people about how people can actually save money by just thinking around like this when it comes to electricity and everything, especially when I talk to people in California, because California electricity is super expensive. So
what's it worth over there?
It depends on time of day, but it goes anywhere from 12 cents per kilowatt hour to 21 cents per kilowatt hour.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's a big span in there. So when I talk to people, I can't remember who did it, but someone on YouTube actually did this. They would charge their batteries from solar panels and then put their battery pack on the timer in the evening time when electricity is expensive. And they would discharge their batteries into the grid at that time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, load shifting, I think they call it.
Something like that. And they did it instead of doing something what they call a grid tie, they did a grid interactive contract with their company. So that's different rules over there. And when you have a grid interactive, it's way less permitting.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, that works. So you haven't got a power wall in your truck there, I'm gathering.
I wish it was my truck, but it's not. So yeah. But I do have a lot of electronics. Let me actually show you some stuff around here. So this is the view right now. So from electronics wise, I have 2 tablets for GPS. So this one shows overall map. That one shows turn by turn. That's my wife's phone, dash cam, and transponder for paved roads. My computer where we get our messaging from our dispatching. What else? Satellite radio, whole bunch of wire mesh here. What else do we have here? Radio. Up there, you don't see it from here, but there's a actual Wi-Fi router. And in here, we have a Wi-Fi repeater. Reason I need those two, so I use my Wi-Fi repeater to connect to truck stop Wi-Fi. And then what I would do, it gets from the wired side of that repeater into the router. A router on its turn does the captive portal login automatically. and then it does the VPNs. Once I have VPN, they cannot filter my content out
Oh, okay.
because truck stops are prone to limiting how much you can use YouTube or Facebook video or anything like that. They slow down that kind of traffic quite a bit to the point you cannot even use 144p, you know.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, they hate people like me in there. So
Yeah, I bet you there's a few of them. I mean, YouTube is pretty useless at that level. That
right. So yeah, right now on my own LTE, I do have unlimited data, but I like to have stuff on my TV, which is behind me there. I
yeah.
have a TV, Roku TV that I use with my YouTube or with my everything I do pretty much. Just yesterday, I swapped out on my personal computer. I swapped out hard drive into SSD.
Yep.
Finally,
I do
it
that
was
10
a
times.
long time coming
Yeah.
because you know when you have 5400 RPM hard drive, it's just tremendously horrible, especially when you're trying to do video editing.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work very well.
Yep.
Is there
So
anybody else out there that would like to join the chat? Just jump in the queue. So how long do you spend in that truck every day, mate? It looks like with that much electronics, you spend
we
some
live
time.
in here. We live in it.
Oh, okay.
Literally. We don't have an apartment or a home.
So you just
Me and my
drive.
wife, yeah, we're full-time truckers. Just last 5 days, we took 5 days off, just doing nothing, literally. Just sitting in a campground and just chilling, doing nothing. Just
Cool.
what me and my wife decided to do just to get a little bit of rest from it. My truck owner didn't mind it at all because we
Yeah.
truck since end of May, and we do it nonstop.
Holy heck.
Yeah.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah, we are what's known as team drivers.
I think you need to pull up at a truck stop, mate. Your internet's dropping out. No, he's gone. Anyway, we'll get back onto some questions and answers now. I'll see if I know where I am. We've done that one. Please, mate, beware of the pinkies. Their caravans are not very reliable. Their wheel is off. We just got 30 centimeters of snow. I still haven't seen snow. One day. It is seriously sunny. I barely have light, and it's pouring down here. You still got the 17650s? Yes, I have got them. I think I put them in a separate box, except I don't know where I put the box. But yes, I still have them all. Dan, just use all your new cells to make a new bank, swap them out, and test and sell off sorts of stuff. I probably wouldn't sell them off. I don't know. I would maybe consider giving them away, especially if I've used them for 2 years. Hello, Pete. How's it hanging? Down and to the left, mate. It's simply the most comfortable way for it to happen. It's not the fun way though. The fun way is the opposite direction. I did actually think the other day, and of course my plans ebb and flow as things happen. I did think the other day that I was going to sell off my PIP inverters and all of that sort of stuff, like everything down there, in order to fund like an SMA $5,000 to $8,000 inverter, and just run grid tied with my new batteries, and that's it. Like building them better, moving the batteries even further away from the house, planning it a lot better. But I do like the capacity of what I've got now. But yeah, that's also a plan in my head. But genuinely, I don't know what they'd be worth or what they'd sell for. I mean, the PIP inverters, I'd probably only get, I don't know, $500 to $800 for the pair of them. I don't think I'd get very much secondhand. So, and I'd need to raise a bit of funds for me to actually do that. But it is something I am considering. So 12 minutes after I get the notice on my phone that you are live, rolling eyes. Hi, battery freaks. That sounds like a good way of at least some of us up. I like to join the Hangout first time. Catch you guys live. Greets from Hamburg, Germany. You can join the live feed if you want, Bubby. You just sort of click on. You can't actually. It'd be nice if that was clickable, but it is not. Ems, how are you finding DIY for the version 4? This is more of a backup source for emergency. I'm unfortunate enough to say 12 cents per kilowatt hour. That is really cheap. We pay 24 cents ex GST, so maybe 26 cents per kilowatt hour. My plan that I get 20% discount off that, but I only get 7-cent feed-in tariff. I'm thinking about changing that as well. So my 7-cent feed-in tariff goes to 20 cents, but that'll kick in if I get the other inverter. The more I think about that other inverter, to be awesome. But that's like the shipping container. There's just not the funds to do it. And I still want to come to America at some stage. I still want to get over there and say to get aid to some people, but I'm not sure. I did think yesterday that I was going to do a really big video in Australia, like a huge video in Australia, to try and do something that nobody's ever done before, but it turns out the cars are 75 grand and I don't have 75 grand to buy a Tesla and drive all the way around Australia. Gets a thumbs up from me. Thank you very much, sir. I think I remember Jehu saying that the price is coming up near 50 cents kilowatt hour during the day. That is crazy. I think I do believe he said something like that a few weeks back as well. Colin Hickey, JL PCB offering pre-assembled PCBs could be good. We wanted to do BMI, so not able to build. JL PCB, I am so sick and tired of their spam. It is just ridiculous. SSD for life, absolutely. I actually went through, I don't know if anybody follows me on Facebook or not, right, but I had a problem last week with hard drives and I lost a whole heap of YouTube data. So I went through and replaced some of my YouTube drives. Just because I don't want to, like that one there's 4 terabyte. It's only like 4 months old and that's got problems. And then the one that caused real problems is this one, which was 14 months old, which even though it's a slower drive, it was, for some reason, I had it set up as my primary YouTube drive. Now I'm running a WD Black 2 terabyte as my primary drive. Primary YouTube drive, and I got a what is it? 960 Evo 512 M.2 is my primary drive. What do we got? Russian Ivan, you've got to add a source, mate. We've got no audio, and you've gone again. You've never seen snow. I have never seen snow. Not a single drop. I've seen it on television, obviously, but never in person. Come to Canada and you see some snow. I reckon you probably would, to be fair. Have you seen the new P5 nickel fuses from Battery Hookup? Yes, that is absolutely. Oh, Dylan's back. That is absolutely the ones that I want to get. It's the newer nickel strip, not the, like, he did one with the little bridges. He's done a new version. So I'm super keen to get that. And that's the one I've asked for 150 meters, but I haven't got price or anything yet. So I dare say the shipping will be horrendous. Dylan, what's happening? You're back, mate. You disappeared.
All the Wi-Fi disconnected from the house.
No, sounds like you're underwater. Sounds like you're watching Dora. Are you there? No, he's not there. Oh, he's walking around. It must be movement that's actually killing your internet, man. I am here now. Russian Ivan, if you want to see the trucking in the USA, Canada sub here, I post rarely. Thanks, buddy. No, Dylan's gone again. He's back. No, he's gone. He's out of here. Oh, we really should do the mandatory. Pete shows his batteries. They're sort of just starting to charge. The sun's just starting to hit the panels, but of course the whole house load is on as well. We're drawing about 5 or 6 amps, so we were charging a minute ago. That's charged. That's discharged since midnight last night, so we've done 4 kilowatt hours. 3.8 and 3.89 low and high. State of charge 58%, but that's wrong because I've been doing filming for the last week, so that is all completely wrong. It's all ass about face. I should show you some sneak peek of what I'm working on and what I got to do yesterday. Or was it yesterday? Day before? I was literally, that sounds stupid. I was filming my next video, and I'm down at my battery shed, and then I hear somebody over the fence. And to be fair, at the time, I didn't know who it was at the fence. But it turns out it was Aaron. Aaron is a community member, and he is also the guy that I borrowed for a month his Nissan Leaf. Unfortunately, he sold his Nissan Leaf. Fortunately, he bought a Model S. 300 kilometers old. I was the second one to drive it, and I shit you not, it's the biggest smile I've ever had on my face in my life. That was so much goddamn fun. It's insane, and I want one, but my wife said no, and I have to listen to her. But what can I show you? There's stuff I can't show you. I really got to try and do this without that'll work. No, that one. Add to screen. That one. Look at my teeth. These are terrible. Looking like an absolute dick. And I've got to look at the right camera on my phone. I was just trying not to be an idiot. That was fun. That was madness. And looking at all the inbuilt cameras and stuff on his on the car is just awesome. So that's a camera. That's his dash camera on the Tesla. Freaking awesome. It's like Sentry mode or something like that. I don't know what it's called. That's reversing, so that's probably not that interesting. Oh no, that was summons mode when it was playing with summonsing the car. But that is awesome. I haven't actually done very much footage yet, but we did charge the car. Once I worked it out, we were charging the car for a couple of hours with my Powerwall. So that was kind of neat. Tesla Model 3, its second ever charge was charged from my Powerwall. So, and I reckon it'd be close by a battery. Where is it? That one. I think I can charge the entire Tesla from flat to full with my 40 kilowatt hour pack if I started at like 9 o'clock in the morning when the sun was ramping up, the solar, and then it charged all up through the night because it's only 8 amps. So it takes about 18 or 20 hours to charge from about 180 kilometers, I think. So I could definitely do that overnight. But I was seriously, I should probably turn the audio off on that. But I was like this kid in a candy store looking at how much, you can see it's charging there at 11 kilometers per hour. But interestingly, as soon as we turned the air conditioner on in the car, it was practically nothing. It almost stopped charging altogether. So that was very, very cool. And that's the next video, but I got to sort of edit me smiling because that's all it was. I was talking shit and smiling the whole time. So it'll be one of those videos that's just fun and completely not educational. What do we got? What have we got? Tried spin right on those to see if they will recover. On what, dude? On what? I'm not sure. I don't know what you're talking. Can't remember what you're talking about. Spin right for drive. Oh, drive recovery, but it seems to work well. Oh no, I've got. I do data recovery every day for customers. I got all the gear and all the computers custom set up with all lots of different. I think I've got about 8 different lots of software because I can't buy the really, really expensive stuff. So I just buy lots of the little stuff and it sort of has its own specialty. But I have a fairly good success rate, and I don't charge very much money like everyone else does. I charge in between $89 and $350 maximum for data recovery, because let's face it, a lot of companies out there call data recovery cut and paste, and that shits me off no end. I think that's unethical as all get out. I'm in the UK at 27p per kilowatt hour on time of day tariff. It goes up to negative 3p. Works out well with a Powerwall time shifting away from peak. Is that legal, or is that something you sort of got to do on the side? Pete, save your videos on VHS. They'll last for religion if you ever remember. I have. I can safely say I don't think I've ever lost anything. I have this backup schedule that is madness. Now, I don't have a Linus Tech Tips 99 drives, but I do have a milk crate full of old drives. I literally get to about 18 months old, and then when I have a problem with one drive, I do what I did there, and I replace all 5 working drives in my PC. So I've got five drives. 2 are just backup to my backup. 2 are a backup. One's a working drive, and then the other one is my SSD. So I used to have another SSD for my cache for my editing, but I didn't find it really helped that much. That is called cycloning. And there we go. Shitty internet in garage. It seems like it's terrible in the garage. Sell the wife, get a Tesla. Look, that I think she's broken. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think I'll get enough money for it. Probably have to rent her out or something. I think there'd be better money than selling it. Century mode, that's the one. How do I convince my wife to get a Tesla? Yeah, get a new wife. I think we've just been through that. You can tell how she gets to drive it. That's what I did. Chris, I actually what's his name? Aaron actually took my wife for a drive, because my wife's got a really sore neck at the moment. I had to tell her, you have to sit in the seat, you have to be comfortable, you have to put your head back on your seat. And I had to tell Aaron, do not put the go button at full go unless you tell her. And I know it's only a Model S, and it's not the insane mode or anything like that. But me, that is the acceleration is just linear. It feels amazing. What else we got? I think if anything, like my wife, she won't be convinced. No, she didn't care. She got out of the car and went, it's a car. I felt like slapping her. Just it was. I'm like in awe, and she's like going, yeah. That new Dyson vacuum cleaner, the version 11, is $1,200. Can I buy one? Liquid Power, LOLing. Good morning, Mark. You look like a car salesman, dude. I think I might just order one and not tell her it's here. I actually placed, like, you know, when you place an order for something but you don't really put any money down or anything like that. I did that for a new electric Mini the other day. I've been through this before. I've owned a lot of Minis, and I put my name down for one in Australia. The price is horrendous. I still don't, unless something changes drastic with YouTube and I start making more than $12 a day, I think I will actually not buy one. But, you know, if something goes right, if I get lucky, you know, I work hard, maybe I'll be able to afford one. So, Real Shadow, you have no devices connected, buddy. You need a camera or something to make this interactive. Holy shitballs, we've got 62 people in the room. If you're here and you like what I am doing, or you would like to just support the channel, smash that like button below, or I could shill you some T-shirts or something. There's a link below as well. It's so intense. I love it. How about getting a zero motorbike? Should be right up your street. That would also be a bloody good thing, but there's not too many zeros in Australia. And what did Rich Rebuilds do with the zero? I think that's kind of cool. I haven't watched the latest video. I think I'm going to go and watch one more. But I think that's friggin' awesome what he did. Took a wrecked zero and turned it into a rat rod. granted, he chose the right car. It's light and it's simple. There's no fancy power brakes or, power steering or anything like that. So I think he did well with that. Very clever. That Rich Rebuilds guy has got a way about doing YouTube that truly does work. One, he doesn't give a shit, and I genuinely think that works. Octopus Energy, they provide retail pricing for electricity, so the book price is 24 hours in advance. Hence, if the grid is over providing, I am paid to use energy at times. Search Octopus Angel Tariff. Is that in Brisbane, Australia, though? Hello from Germany. We have Zero here now. Daniel, that sounds a little bit uncomfortable. Always wondered streaming is on Twitch would pull a following. I'm not sure whether it would. Real show, you got your two instances in my thing below, but neither can see anything, buddy. So if there's anybody else in the community that would like to join this chat and show us around your what you're doing, you can use that. I linked in the, I don't know where it is, but it's there somewhere. You can join by clicking that button and adding a device. I think the device is on this side of the screen. I don't know why my screen's flipped around, but anyway. 8:03. So I've still got another whole hour of this live feed. 0 a.m. equals midnight. 0 a.m. I thought it was 0 degrees for some reason. I thought it was a reference to the temperature and the snow from earlier. Did anybody share? Oh, awesome. Did anybody share this on Facebook? Commented in Facebook's. Is there a better balanced version? So I really shouldn't go off on a tangent, but I did. I shared a post on the Facebook group before. Batrium has a T-shirt on Teespring as well, and someone wrote, "Is there a better balanced T-shirt?" There we go. Is there a better balanced T-shirt? I thought that was very clever. Very well done. The Batrium, batteries made smarter. I think it's pretty cool. I suggested that we do a T-shirt with like something iconic in Australia, like the Sydney Harbour Bridge silhouette, but it sort of didn't work out too well. Like it didn't translate well to a T-shirt. What else have we got? We got real show. Russian Ivan, is your internet back, brother? No, UK at the present, but in concept, a great way of saving money regardless of the sun. There we go. Ivan's back.
I'm back. Yeah, I just want to show you a little bit more about my truck. I guess that might be interesting to you. So I'm in the back of my truck now. There's my wife driving down there. So I'm a little bit. I have microwave storages. There's TV down there. My laptop in a drawer. That's my old hard drive that I used to have in it. What else? I do have some cool high tech here, if you're familiar with it. Great. Are you familiar with this?
I can. It's really dropping. It's pitching in and out, and it's
shit. Yeah. Anyways, I do read it just. Yeah, I do a little bit of software-defined radio scanning type of stuff. So kind of cool stuff. I like to listen to police and like other scanners and stuff like that. Ham radio operators. But anyways, I want to show you a little bit of my controls here. So what I have here on top, that's my Therma King control. What this does is I can turn on my AC when my truck is not running. Right now, as you see, it shows standby light on, the red light. That's standby because truck is in motion. But yep. I have AC, I have fan, and I have heater here in here. And this stuff works pretty much automated. When truck is off and temperature gets too warm in here, when it gets to 30 degrees Celsius, it'll automatically turn on AC. It'll start a small motor outside with Thermo King, and it'll start cooling this place down. Another cool thing, if a battery starts to die, it'll start up and charge batteries. So that's also pretty nice. So I can select which temperature I want in here and things like that. Over here, I have my inverter. Right now, I'm at 14.2 volts on the batteries. That's pretty much powers my 120 stuff. Anything from my router to my microwave. It's a 1500 watt square wave type of inverter. It's crappy. But anyways, right here I have my while driving AC. This is my close right now. Can make it blow harder or less so. I don't know if you can hear more noise now, but then I have switch for my speakers. Let's say my wife is listening to some music. If I don't want to listen to that, I just turn it off like this, close the curtains, and I'm not going to hear a thing.
Wow.
What else? That's my lighting and stuff. I don't know what else. Cigarette lighter for my phone charging. Pretty much in here.
Yeah. Ivan, I think you're gone again, mate. I don't think the internet's quite good enough in there. No, he dropped out. We'll get back to Ivan in a minute. Can I add him back in? No. He's gone. Okay, well, if anybody else wants to join the chat, there's a link in the description. See if we can. There we go. Let's see if we can catch up on some chats from the UK. So, Wade, all BMS you have only take information from one battery pack. How do you know when a battery is going dead? Well, batteries going dead, I guess, is pointed out from a few different things. From the 120 odd temperature sensors in my battery, or the fact that I can see, if you have a look at my last video, there was cell 56 had a self-discharging cell. So you can, with the visualization there, you can just see issues. You can also go into the back end, into logs and stuff like that, into telemetry. But my telemetry is completely left because I mess around with it, and I have been messing around with it a phenomenal amount in the last 48 hours. So you can see how much each cell is discharged, charged, max temperature and minimum temperature and all that sort of stuff. But that isn't relevant to that isn't relevant to me because I've messed with it so much. I haven't reset anything, and I probably really should before I show it on camera because it's just it's an absolute mess. Do you find an old Holden pickup and convert it to electric? There must be loads of abandoned in the outback. Yeah, but the problem is in Australia you have real strict rules on load ratings and weights and all that sort of stuff. So it's a little bit difficult to do it here. Van life, cool way of life. I don't think I could live like that. I think it'd drive me crazy. Radio scanner hack, RF can transmit too. What does that actually do? What do we got? Currently building a BMW Mini supercharged version. Would love to turn it electric, but fitting enough battery capacity be useful is hard. I don't actually plan, like if I built my own Mini, like if I did it, I want a 1963 Morris Mini. Preferably, well, 63 is a sliding windows version. So sliding windows, very, very, very simple. I'd use all of the boot space. I'd literally use all of the boot space. You can get high-lows for the back. I wouldn't get a hydroelastic suspension version of the Mini. I'd get the cone suspension because you can just machine up high-lows for it and pump the back up a little bit. And they handle really well with a little bit of extra weight anyway. And I'd probably put some sort of false floor in the back and underneath the seat, redesign underneath the seat to actually build a battery pack there. And of course, you could probably fit some underneath the bonnet as well. Get some nice light lithium, something that is stackable, and I think it'd work okay. And I'd only want 50 Ks range out of it anyway. Hello from Portugal. Welcome, sir. That is if you want to join the live feed. I was wondering which gauge you use for your bus bars and how many wires you twist. Okay, so I use 6mm square wire and then just twist it all together. I don't know what that is in AWG or anything else, but it's 6mm square. It's multi-strand stuff and it works quite well. But I do need to wrap it a little bit to bulk it out for the crimping. So I just twist copper, or like just twist some wire around it so it bulks it out, so I got something to crimp onto. I think it's 1.5mm square. No, how do you do the square thing? I can never get the square thing. The little two up top. Chris Cheshire, they are limited component support. I don't think they'll have the components in their list. They could maybe populate the boards though. What else we got? No, more likely 2.5. Yeah, it's actually 6, but that's all right. 2.5 is too small. I still want to see an EV sports bike. If you go on Facebook, there's a Facebook group. Peter Kovacs has done some pretty freaking sweet dirt bikes that are fast as hell. He's a very talented young man. That would be 10 gauge. Don't you math with me. Righty, we caught up. Just type 2 really small. Alt-GR plus to get to on Linux. I don't use Linux. I'm a Windows person. I can't make any bloody money off Linux fixing computers for a living. That doesn't really work for me. I use twin and earth wire. It's 3 by 2.5 millimeters. There we go. I think our earth wire here is 2.5 millimeters, and the positive and red and black positive and negative 6 mil square. Something like that anyway. I've caught up to the chat, which is always nice. But what else do you want to see from me? What else do you want to need? What do I talk about? Have you got any stupid questions that you think I won't actually answer, but I probably will? Hit me up. And if you've got a Powerwall, work out how to show us. How do I get rid of that? There we go. Get rid of that. Go back to banners. If I click that, that is the address to join the live feed. Oh, we're starting to get some charge. Just starting to get some charge. We got 100 watts going into the batteries, but Wi-Fi will be working now, so she probably got the air conditioner on. I still like this battery desperately needs balancing properly. Because I've taken batteries out and did tests, and I've been doing other things trying to get another video done. I'm trying to get a video a month done. Just trying to crank up the old YouTubes just a little bit. Also, Patreons. I've got a couple of new Patreons, so thank you for that. I think it's like $28 per month, and I am extremely appreciative of that. US dollars. So that pretty much gets saved for my motorbike build. I'm still at least 6 to 8 months off actually buying the parts that I need, but it is there, and I am making progress towards it. A good friend of mine thinks batteries will ignite themselves if used incorrectly. That is absolutely true, but so will a car. If only they extremely stressed or very old or weak. What is your opinion about security? No, I don't think it's got anything to do with whether they're abused or used incorrectly. They could have been manufactured wrong. They could have external forces that affect how they operate, i.e. they could have been dropped, pinched, some nickel strip could have been torn off and actually got a hole in there so water could get in there. And, you know, 18650s don't tend to explode. They tend to just vent. They are firecrackers, and then they just go shooting off across the room if they're allowed to. So I think your friend is right. They will ignite themselves. But I mean, the chances of doing them absolutely by themselves within the first couple of years is slim, but it still does happen. Let's face it. Yeah, the dendrites form and whatever else, or they could just be cheap crap cells. Generic, I think we call them. Yes, what I meant, Chris Chester, we don't use red back wire standards. Now it's brown and blue. I'm not an electrician, so I wouldn't bloody know. Christian's perfect always get the end of the week. Look forward to my batteries all welded up. I have to go over and grab a spot welder again sometime soon. I want to see the camera on those, on the good. Let's see those panels. Panels, you can't really see the panels. The panels are not really. On Sentry mode, you can see a few of my panels, but not a lot of them. I'll just give me a second. I'll ignore you for a second, and I'll see if I can. I mean, let's face it. If you want me, you can find where I bloody live, but I'm just not gonna advertise it. There we go. Oh look. There we go. Can you? Oh, you can't even see my panels there. No, that's not going to work. I was trying to work out how I could show you all my panels, but I think I am going to order a drone though. I think I'm going to order a drone. Now we've got lots of laws around that as well, as you would expect. And I didn't realize I'd not gone back to me. I'm very sorry. I think I want a drone, but only for out at the farm. So because I wanted to start doing more videos out there at the farm, because I freaking love it out there. It's so nice. It is very dry. How was your live stream with Dre? It was freaking awesome. It was great. It was very, very productive. It was fun and it flowed well, which I appreciated. I thought it might have got a bit stagnant and stuff like that, but as long as we can get, if we do some more, as long as we can get members to jump on into the chat, show us their summary of their system, and then make way for somebody else. Like if there's a queue, it'd work really well. So I think it'd actually work well if Jehu could do it on his channel. Hey, they've taken the branding. They've taken the branding off. That's odd. They usually have branding up in the top right-hand corner. Anyway, what have we got? I'm using 4 AGV for my buster, 2 terminals on each side. It says 20 JAG 91000. I can kind of see a screen. We will add you. Here we go. Hey, buddy. What have you got, man?
The lighting's really bad over here.
Yeah, it's terrible. That's right. You look awesome, though.
Let me flip the camera around.
Tell us what you've got. What are you working with?
Got some 18650 packs.
Oh, have you shrink them all black?
They're going to 8S. Yeah.
8S. What's your voltage range of your?
Every single cell is heat shrink black.
Oh wow. I wanted to do that when I first started, but then I got I got that big lot of blue cells. So that's what sort of set my color scheme, I guess. But the black looks so tidy; it sort of blends in. I got to hope they open. Oh, you got some lipo packs from back.
I got an Opus back there, and these are all Litos.
Okay, Litos. Yeah.
And then right here is my spot welding lithium-ion pack, or lipo pack.
Oh man, that's some amps there. That'd make the cables jump when you hit the button, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah, it's 1350 amps.
Wow.
And then it's 4P, 3S 4P of the SPIM cells that Tom sells.
Yep, they're awesome.
And let me turn this on. Got the SC620 there.
Yep.
And those are all my TP 4056s there.
A good little setup.
Yep. And then I was spot welding earlier, then got hungry, so I ate something.
Look at the size of that bus bar, dude. What are you going to be starting with that trucks?
That's 4 gauge.
Wow. Do you need it that thick, or is that just what you had?
I wanted to go a little bit bigger just because I didn't want any voltage drop at all.
Yeah.
It's overkill, but it should be okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got it, and if you've got it laying around, it doesn't matter. If you had to buy it, I wouldn't go that thick. But if you've already got it, that seems a good way to go.
Yeah.
How big are you going to go with your battery pack? You got 10 kilowatt hours there yet? You'd have to be close.
It's about 7 right now.
Yeah.
Got some more down here. That's the 8th one right there. And that
Nice.
box.
Ooh, all right.
I was just waiting on more holders from Keith. I just got them a couple weeks ago.
Oh, cool.
But
Awesome.
yeah, they're all. Well, I don't know if you could see that, but spot welded and obviously soldered the bar.
Yep. It's nice and neat. Isn't it?
And then there's the did a test the other day on that one.
What do you got? 25 amp. What's that? Was that? There's 217 amp hours.
Yep.
That's
from
that's pretty, actually.
Yeah.
So how many P is it though? Was it?
It's 100p.
Okay. Oh, geez, that's really good for 100p. Well, these packs up here are like 150, 162, 165, 177, and 161, respectively, for my banks behind me here. So that's pretty good. That's 60, 80p. So you must be using some really good cells.
They I didn't use anything under 90% of new.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I think the lowest is like 1980, and then the highest is I got one peeking out there. There's an NCR. I didn't actually wrap those. The NCRs I didn't go below 90% or anything above 90%. So you got the 25, 25, and 29 right there.
Nice.
I think the highest one I got is right around 3,100 out of them.
Yeah, it depends on which discharger you use too. My Opus gives me 3,300 milliamp NCRs, but I don't think that's terribly accurate.
Then this is how I got them all set up. I don't know if you could see that.
Oh, you actually print on it. Oh, wow.
Yep. Capacity, resistance, cell type, because you can't see them after you unwrap them. Then the date I actually tested it at. And here
for work.
Sorry, what was that?
I just scribble on each of my cells because I know how many that I've done, and even spending 30 seconds on each cell is just is a waste of time for me. It's like madness. No internal resistance testing, no writing it down. Although I am writing on my bigger packs now the date that I test them and the amp hour of the entire pack. I think that's an important metric because it's really easy to test the entire pack down the track.
That was probably the most time out of the whole project is actually rewrapping and labeling.
Yep.
It's about 8 minutes per 10 cells.
Yeah.
To actually line them up, pull the wrap off, put a new one on, label them all.
Yeah.
Then up here this is just ready board, that foam board.
Yep.
Basically, let me move this guy. Put this down here somewhere.
Oh, so that's just a little cooler.
It's a tube with a fan in the back. Then there's cutouts underneath each Lido.
Yep.
And that runs off of that power supply right here, 700 watt. So air comes up through the vents. And that's
cool. It's only going to work.
We'll just sitting on a. Yep.
Nice. Have we got any
I like it. It's
Size wire. Have we got any member questions for Jag? Set some times. Needs a little attention to work out how the current. I'm trying to read through see if there's any specific questions that people have asked you, mate. Brown and blue these days too. There's too many there. I can't flick through them all. But thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing us your wall, mate. How much longer do you reckon it is before it's up and running?
I gotta get some solar panels and an inverter. I just have a cheap inverter now.
Yeah, got to start somewhere.
Yeah, I figure within a year, I'll get it all up and running. I got a shed outside. I gotta put some installation in there because it's gonna snow soon. So.
Yeah.
But
it's gonna snow soon. That's not good.
It's getting there though. It's about 7 kilowatt hours right now. What's that?
How much has it cost you so far?
Well, I've been buying all my cells are from Tom or Terry Naga.
Yep.
Nagy, I believe his last name is.
Yep.
It's averaged about $1.20 a cell. Because I don't really have the source of laptop batteries.
Yeah.
So they're all from the medical packs and what else? Modems.
Oh,
Every
nice.
single modem or a medical pack. So
you get low size.
Yeah.
So they're all
that's
low
probably
size
so high
yeah.
too.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Okay, let's get back to some more of the chat, see what else we've got happening here. Need lots of tension. Real show. I get it from Lowe's Home Depot. It's coated wire, about 95 cents a foot. Brown. Oh, that was Jake. That was just it was on. Brown and blue in Australia these days too. I've got 10 gauges. Not the issue. If you want to connect the batteries up to your inverter, you need something more material than 10 gauges. I think I got 0 gauge or 00. 32 millimeter square is what runs from my batteries to my inverter. I think I found some Princess Auto. I have no idea why it changed over to blue and brown and red. Black and made it more sense. It did make more sense, but yeah. Try the channel Copter 101. Blue and brown standard UK for decades. Red and black used for DC. I wonder if that's what it is. It's DC. I will join the next stream. I don't have a bank, but about to assemble. Maybe take some tips. Awesome. Mr. Wilder, welcome, brother. How are you? My last question is, I do not make more sense. Does it not make more sense to load each individual in a pack, even if the cells could be the same in the wrong one? Would it be better? That's a hard one to answer. Not make sense more load each individual cell than a pack. I'll answer that one later. Sorry, Daniel. I'm just going to bail from it. I'll just sort of skip over it, pretend it wasn't there. I just don't know how to answer it. Thanks for all the information. Does anybody else get nervous when they see batteries testing in the house? I absolutely do. And just for clarification, I'm not in my house. I am in my workshop. And there's acceptable losses. It'd be tragic and it'd probably make me cry for a month, but it's acceptable losses nonetheless. Looking good. Yes, I am too. Chris just said no. Why? It takes a battery charge crap out of itself. I must have been lucky. I tested over 1,200 cells and not one issue. Daniel, but you test each cell before it makes a pack. Yes, I test all my cells before they make packs. Wayne, but with those cells you have shut, you should get a circa 200 amp on 80p. Yeah, I should get about that without too much heat. Same here. What else we got? I did set myself in a shed at the bottom of the garden. Don't get me wrong. I did start in the house, but soon started to realize how wrong could go wrong. I think one of the big things within the community is people don't take into account geographical and financial implications of where they are in the world. There's some people that simply don't have any other space to cook in other than their bedroom and toilet. So I think if we're in a first world country, you've got no excuse. Get the bloody hell out of the house. But if you're anywhere else in the world, you do what you can do and do it as safe as you can, and accept the losses or gains that you achieve from your project. 32 mil would be 2 gauge. There we go. Sounds like someone mathed. JM, I'm currently heating my hot water with 6 old 125 watt panels in series with a 225 element. I'm thinking about going back AC for hot water rather than going DC because the relay keeps burning up. Chinese LCD temperature control and a MOSFET to turn on and off the heater element. Simple and cheap, works good so far. My problem is it's not going to work so far. It has to work, period. It has to work for all time without a problem. It just has to work. So, yeah. But anyway, tubers, I have caught up with the chat again, so I might take this as an opportunity to pick up my phone and reply to my wife's text message saying, come inside. She actually said that about half an hour ago. So I probably should do that. So thank you, y'all, for hanging out with me and having a bit of a chat. Thank you to the community members that chimed in. If you're still here and you like what I do, smash that like button, and I'll see you on the next one. I just bailed because wifey. It's a thing. See you guys.